Oscar Bevis, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. I'm so glad you turned up, by the way. My old mate Jez Smith turned up to the barbecue. How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Very well, very well. Looking dapper, I must say.
No, don't scroll up too bad, do I? Do you know what I mean? I don't scroll up too bad.
All right, 7 out of 10. Yeah, literally, I obviously didn't know you was turning up. Flicked the camera on. A couple of things to talk about. Yeah, let's start with your trainer split. Obviously, you split with Josh Burnham. I didn't know that until you told me a minute ago. You and Josh have split, been together for what, about 4 or 5 fights, is it? But you two have split amicably as well.
Yeah, we split up. We split up well. We're all right. For me, it's about. Well, look, listen. It is what it is. There's no hard feelings with it all. I ain't got too much to go into details. We split up on good terms. Nothing to do with any of my fights, because obviously I do believe throughout being with him I've come on as a fighter massively. So big respect to him, and it is what it is.
Yeah, obviously, you're from this way, Watford, sort of ways your manner. I said to you, there ain't many professional boxing gyms around here. Jab kind of one of the only ones in like the bushy Watford area where pros are training out of. So you're going to have to travel when looking for another trainer. I know you said you haven't sort of been with anyone else or experimented yet, but you are willing to travel to look for a new trainer this time.
Yes, for sure. I am willing to if I have to, because obviously being around like this sort of way, there ain't many trainers to go to, so I'm more than happy to move about if I have to. Like I said, at the moment I've kind of I got married a couple of months ago, so for me now I'm just taking some time away from it, think about what I want to do, chat to a few different trainers if I have to, which I will, and then kind of see where we go from there.
Was it a good idea to kind of just take a bit of time away? Obviously, I know because you said about getting married. Congratulations, by the way. You said about getting married, so you were going to take time off anyway. But I suppose there's been a few times in your career where you've kind of just done the two-footed jump into fights and not given it as much thought as perhaps you could have. So it's kind of taking a little bit of time away, probably the right thing to do, and just chill and relax on things and have a little think.
Yeah, 100%. Listen, last time, I think a lot of people know, for me, this is kind of my last shot now. I've had a few defeats, back-to-back defeats, stoppages, probably boxing or fighting at the wrong way. So for me now, it's that last kind of push for me. It's all or nothing. If I get beat again, then I'm done with it. So I'm gonna sit back at a moment, have a little think, go to where I need to go. Listen, I might not, and I'll be honest, I'll throw it out there now in this interview. Listen, I may never box again.
I was literally just about to ask you, is it something that's even crossed your mind a little bit, the fact that you might never step in the ring as a pro again?
Yeah, for sure. I may never box again. So, I've got a great life. I've got a great wife. I've got a great family around me, friends. I might not box again, but at the moment I just want to kind of sit back, enjoy it. I will go and chat to a few different coaches and see if I click, and if I return, then I'll return at the back end of the year. If I don't, then that'll be it. So we'll kind of see what happens. You know what I mean? At the moment, I want to enjoy the summer, enjoy being married, and see where we go.
Yeah, obviously, I don't want to give it kind of the retirement talk. I can imagine if you did retire, or when you do, be it in a few years' time, we'll have a chat then about that. But you've got people in there like old professional boxers. We're talking Tony Simpson, guys like that who are in their 60s and that, and they talk about how hard. I spoke to Tony, said about how hard retirement is. Obviously, with retirement comes a lot of thought about what you could do after. If you was to retire, would you be content with where you would be going in life? Because obviously, when you lose boxing, you lose a massive part of obviously what you've done and what you've been for your life.
Yeah, for sure. Boxing's a massive part of my life. It's been it since I've been in the game 20 odd years now. So when I was 8 years old, 7 years old, I was boxing, and it'd be a massive drop if I just moved away from it completely, which I don't think I will. I'd like to be involved with it. If I do stop fighting myself, I'd love to, go either down the trainer route or go down to even just being like a seconds for someone and kind of learning that sort of way. Look, at the end of the day,
It's something that still keeps the buzz there, because everyone says you can't beat the buzz of actually being involved when it comes to boxing.
Of course. Listen, like I said, boxing was huge. It still is huge to me now. So I always want to be a part of it. I won't just move away from it completely. But you know, going back to my situation and my story of boxing, I still believe I have got something to give. Like, listen, I've took some tough fights on short notice at bigger weights. Maybe I've rushed a bit into my career with a few bits. You know, I boxed, and it's probably more since the La Draga fight. You know, I went out there, you know, at the end of the day, anyone that see that, you know, we ain't got to go backwards and forwards about it. They pulled my pants down, do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, like, they robbed me blind. And then after that, I couldn't get anything at super welterweight, so I moved and took a couple at middleweight. Probably I shouldn't have. You know, I'm not middleweight, you know, going in with a natural middleweight. They're big men, do you know what I mean? So, and nothing about that. And then obviously, you know, my last fight got stopped by Hamza Shiraz. Full credit to him, do you know what I mean? I wish him the best with his career. Middleweight's not the weight for me, so like, if I do come back and box again, I've got to think about what's best for me, you know, because it's going to be like a last shot for me, you know. I think if I get beat again, and especially down at my natural weight at like middleweight, then yeah, I think I'll be done. But I have got, and I generally mean this, there is still titles even in me to win. I do believe I have got that ability to win. So, and I don't want to walk away from this sport. You know, walk away with it winning nothing, and be known as, Jez. You know, Jez Smith. He was a tough man. He was this. Do you know what I mean? I want to be known as, yeah, he won a Southern Area, he won an English title, or, you know, he won a British title, or box. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be known as just being a tough fighter. So, like I said, I'm gonna at the moment enjoy the summer. Have a little look about, you know, have a little chat with a few other coaches and see where we can go from there.
So we just spoke before I press record on the camera. I suppose it would kind of be easy for you. Now you're talking about this as kind of the last chance of your career. It would be easy for you to do that. You know, that quick little fix of money. People say, like, it's the last period of my career. Let me just do the cash out fight for you, or take a big opportunity, even if it's at late notice, get the money, and then fuck the sport off. Obviously, it probably would be easy to do that because you're still a name that you can get fights with, because, like you said, people go, yeah, Jez, we'll get him on his entertainment and whatnot. But you're looking to avoid the quick fix money. If you're going to do something in this stage of your career, it's try and get yourself to a title level and not just do the little rush and quick cash grab, basically.
Yeah, like, listen, I could do that. If I wanted to, like, I could go and take as many fights as I want at whatever weight, and I'm excitement. You know, at the end of the day, when people watch me, you know, not just throughout all my career, obviously my last performance, you know, people might look at it and say a bit different, like say he's done or whatever, but I bring excitement when I fight. You know, people look at it and say, I want to see Jez Smith fight. So I could go and take as many fights as I want and you know, fight these Olympic medalists and these up-and-coming who's having their debuts and things like that. Yeah, like, do you know what I mean? And these people that are on with these big promoters and get paid well for it. But I'm not in it for that, you know, and not at the moment anyway. Like, at the moment, I still believe that, and I truly do. I'm not being delusional or anything. Like, there is still something there to give. But it's up to me whether I've still got that, you know, still got that sort of the flame in me to kind of, do I want to do it? Do you know what I mean? And, you know, time will tell. You know, at the moment, I'm just going to sit back. I'm going to enjoy my life a little bit. I'm going to have a little look with a few trainers and see where we go from there.
What do you think the telling factor will be as to kind of how this bit of your career goes? Because, I don't know, it could be one of them where potentially you start a camp and you're 2 days in and then you're like, actually, this ain't it. What do you reckon? Could there be like a telling factor that makes kind of click and then you're a bit like, do you know what I mean? If I'm making sense.
Yeah, it's the enjoyable for me. Like,
as soon as there's no enjoyment, that's a telling factor gone.
100%. You know, I've got to enjoy it. I've got to enjoy my camps. You know, at the end of the day, and this is with any fight. And any fight will relate to this. Like, yes, tough camps are tough. You know, they are tough. You know, you're dieting and you're training hard, and you know, you're not. Even when you're at home with your missus, it's like, you're not you're miserable, do you know what I mean? There's things like that. So, yeah, 100%. So when that enjoyment of me training goes, then I know that I'm done. Do you know what I mean? So there's always, listen, at the end of the day, like, I'm not going to sit here. When I get through 4 or 5 weeks of my camps whenever I get that many long of a camp. But when I do, the enjoyment does start to fade a little bit because you're making weight a little bit. But that when you go into camp at the start or going to training or you're just ticking over, if you're not enjoying ticking over and being in the gym, then why are you fighting? So yeah, we time will tell.
Download the Everlast Fitness app and find your greatness within.